Peace, my family, and brought back to all those coming out in a good cocoon for the first time. Welcome. This your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all the good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good mind. How y'all feeling? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up in your higher nature family, and most definitely cleansing. You know what's up, we gotta cleansing the lows. I came out here today to read, and this right here is the Torah 1, and it continues. This right here will certainly help you on this good journey. So with that being said, family, let's read. It's called the Partaking of the Tree of Blessed, and it reads, and Eve, who is Neheva, looked again at the tree that the peacock grew and cared for, and saw that it was healthy for food, vegetables, and herbs to heal, as well as very beautiful flowers to look at, and a tree to create addiction, and lustful desires wish, to make one wise, giving them free will through intoxication. So she did eat it, and she also gave some of it to Adam, who was with her in enclosed garden. And upon reading the tablet beneath it, it reads, in Genesis 2:7, Cameron called also Adam or Zachar, and Haba called also Hawa or Eve. Eyes became open, and they became aware. Their private parts were there, but nudity was not looked at as shame, except in the land of Nod, Nud, which is Nod in Aramaic Hebrew. The moment they got intoxicated, they both inherited simulation. That's why they saw they knew that they were without clothes. Zachar Adam had got an erection, and Nuheva's Amelian, that is the nipples of her areola, Melmoris, erupted. Thus they began lusting after each other. The scientists wanted to raise Zachar and Nekeba to a certain age and prepare them before they would have children, so there wouldn't be no imbalancement or defects. Now that they took of the intoxicating fruit of the tree, their eyes became open. And now, notice what it says. Their eyes became open like a snake, a reptilian who will unkindly move about on your belly, and the very powdered congealed blood or creation would be your food for all the days of your divine existence as Lucifer, head of the Luciferians. Make note of the Hebrew word for Zaran and for seed, Genesis 3:15, being used for both Eve's descendants and the serpent's Nakash descendants. It is clear at this point, according to the scriptures, that this serpent of Genesis chapter 3 has descendants, meaning a genealogy, a family, a wife, and children. This is not a snake, but the word being used for serpent is Nakash, meaning whisper, a talking being with the larynx and a voice box who spoke to Eve in the garden, one who lived before her, and obviously learned how to speak from someone or somebody, and spoke a specific language that she understood. One moment. Alright, it goes on to say, and I will stir hatred in the midst of your descendants, physical seed, offspring, and descendants of Hua's seed, descendants of Eve's seed, physical seed, offspring, and your hate will be cunning and conveying as to approach from the lower hill as a snake when it bites, and their hate will be to bruise your leaders. To Nekeba, Eve, he said, I'm going to increase the pains during labor and conception. In fact, you will give birth through pain, and even right after that pain, you will desire sexual intercourse with your husband, and in it he has no pain, and he will woo you. It goes on to say, and to Zachar, Adam, Haman, he said, because you have disobeyed me and listened to Nekeba, Eve, and indulged in a sexual intercourse or in sexual intercourse, which I commanded you, saying you shall not eat of it, and read the Akashic records under the tree. Curse is the seed of the ground because of what you've done, and by laboring and mining and working in the outer fields for gold, and a slave in the soil will you provide food for all the days of your divine life. So it goes on to say, the reading of the Akashic records beneath the Aids, the tree, is symbolic of the tree of alphabets, also called the tree of thumb, which reveals the mysteries. It was recorded in a form of cuneiform called Aids, and Aramic Hebrew, and Asam, in Asoretic Arabic, meaning an upright stick, a staff, a cane, because the script was based on a vertical and horizontal wedges as the branches of a tree. The tree of knowledge of good and evil is symbolic of the receiving of will, the decision-making process that leads one to be agreeable or to make decisions to disagree. This is what was contained in the Akashic records. That was not for the eyes of Adam, yet he did read it, and his eyes were open, transforming from immortal as a identity to immortality, as a human from a being without destiny to a being or being destined. Alright? So that right there was the end of that heading. So, it gets interesting. Alright. Okay. So if you are interested, this is on the channel just for you. Check it out for yourself. Alright, I'm going to leave it at that for now. Again, family, I want you all to know that you are loved beyond this world and in it. Begin to spread that love one to another. Be the peace that you seek. Release our master teacher, Dr. Malachi L. Peace, shalom, Asher, divine love, family, and why do it all.